Hey, people of God, Pastor Che here of Victorious Life Christian Center, and I'm excited today to bring you another mini message that I think will truly bless your life. And the message for today is called The Right Connections. Um, there's three little stories that I'd like to share with you today that are in the book of Second Kings. And like I said, I think these three little stories are going to bless you. And the first story that I'd like to share with you um, is obviously about Elisha, the prophet, a mighty man of God. And so in Second Kings chapter 6, verse 8 through 23, there's a story that talks about the king in Aram, of the Arameans, Aram. And this king wanted to start a war with Israel. And so he was making plans to siege and surround them. And so the king in Israel would seek Elijah, the man of God, and the man of God would tell him exactly what the king of the Arameans was doing. And so the people, the warriors of King Aram, they would go back to him and they would tell him what was going on, that their plan was foiled. And this happened time and time again. So the king of the Arameans, Aram, he said to his people, he said, what is going on? Is there a traitor in the camp? Is there somebody on our side who is telling the people of Israel our plans? And one of his soldiers said to him, no, but there is a man, there is a prophet, a man of God in Israel with those people who speaks the very words that you speak in your bedroom. I mean, he's telling the king of Israel all the plans that you have. And so the king of Aram was of the Arameans, he was on fire. He said, man, he's going to go destroy the people of Israel. So what he did late at night, early in the morning, he sent all the soldiers that he had to go surround the children of Israel. And Elisha, when this was happening, he told his servant, he said, don't worry about it. God is with us. Everything will be okay, because they were surrounded. And so the servant woke up early in the morning and he went out and he saw that they were surrounded, and he told Elisha, he said, man, pretty much we're done for. They have us surrounded. And Elisha said to God, he said, God, open the eyes of my servant and allow him to see. And God opened the eyes of his servant, and he saw the angels and the chariots of fire that greatly outnumbered the Arameans. And so the point of this story that I'm trying to make to you is that the servant could not see, but thank God he was connected to the man of God. He had the right connection of the person who could pray for his eyes to be open and allow him to see that God would give them the victory. The second story I'd like to tell you about is in 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 8 through 37. And this little story is about a Shunammite woman and her family. Elisha the prophet, as he would be crossing through their town to go do different things that God had called him to do, he would often stop at this woman's house to eat and to rest on his journey. And so one day the husband of the Shunammite woman said to her, he said, this is definitely a man of God, and he often stops here on his travels. Why don't we make a room on the rooftop for him and put a bed and a couch in there and a table, so that when he stops by, he has a room for himself to rest himself. And so that's exactly what they did. And so the next time the man of God, Elisha, stopped by their house, him and his servant, they took him up to their room on the rooftop. And Elisha was so thankful and grateful that he asked his servant, he said, what can we do for the Shunammite woman? And she said that she didn't need anything. But the man of God, Elisha said, there has to be something that we could do for her. And his servant told Elisha, he said, the woman and her husband have no son, and the man is old. And so Elisha said to the woman, he said, around this time next year, you will be pregnant with the child. And the woman fell to his feet and she said, oh my Lord, why are you making this promise to me? I didn't ask you for anything. Are you kidding me? Are you playing around with me? Because her hopes were so high that she didn't want to be let down. But the man of God said, it will come to pass. And around that time, the following year, it came to be so. The woman was pregnant and had a son, and the son grew, and their family was prospering, and everything was good. But one day, their son, he got sick. His head was hurting. He was feeling ill. And so they brought him back to the house, and the mother was holding him, and he died. And so the woman was distraught, and the husband was talking to her, and she said, you know what? Let's load up the donkey, take my servant, and let's go find the man of God. And so they went to seek out the man of God, Elisha, and they traveled to go get to him. And when they found him, she fell at his feet. And she said, Lord, why did you do this to me? I never asked you for a child, and my son has passed away. And so Elisha, he told his servant, he said, take this staff, tuck your cloak in your belt, and run. And he sent his servant Gehazi to run back to the woman's house. And he said, lay the stick on the boy's face. And he laid the stick on the boy's face, but nothing happened. So by the time Elisha got there, he went to the room, he closed the door, and he laid on top of the boy. Eye to eye, nose to nose, mouth to mouth, stretched out his hands. He laid on top of him, and nothing happened. And so he did it again. And nothing happened. He did it one more time, and breath came back into the boy's body. He began to get warm, and he came back to life. And the Shunammite woman had her son again. Again, I want to tell you, isn't it right? Isn't it good to have the right connections in life? To be connected to the people of God? The last story I want to share with you in 2 Kings is again about the Shunammite woman. Let me tell you about this connection. Because of her willingness to serve the man of God, there was 7 years of famine that was getting ready to come upon the land that they were in. And Elisha went to the Shunammite woman, and he said for her and her family to leave that town and go find wherever they could live for the next 7 years. And so they went to go live with the Philistines for 7 years. But after the 7 years was up and the famine was over, the Shunammite woman and her family came back to their land, and they wanted their home and they wanted their land back, and it had been taken. And so she went to the king to appeal getting her land back. Before she got to the king, Elisha's servant Gehazi was speaking to the king, and the king said to Gehazi, he said, tell me of the mighty acts, the things that Elisha has performed. And so Gehazi was telling the king of the story how Elisha brought the Shunammite woman's son back to life. And at the moment that Gehazi was telling the king that story, the Shunammite woman appealed and appeared before him. And so he made this decree. He said, this day, give this woman all of her land back. Give her her house back. And matter of fact, pay her the wages for her land that her land produced for the whole time that she was away. I mean, he restored not only the house and the land, but the wealth that came from that land for the whole 7 years. Isn't it good? Isn't it good to be connected to the right people? People of God, what I want to ask you today, as we're dealing with a lot of craziness that's going on, people have lost their jobs, people's money have gotten funny, they don't know how things are going to work out. But I want you to understand that God is a God of restoration. And so I ask you this question today. Who are you connected to? Who is in your life that you could go to ask to pray for you? Who is in your life that is speaking positivity to you? That they're not looking at the current circumstance, but they're looking beyond the current circumstance. They're looking to the hills from which cometh your help. And your help comes from the Lord. I want you to understand, people of God, that the benefits that come with being connected with God and his people are priceless. So evaluate your connections and see who are the right people for you to be connected to when you're feeling down or you're facing trials and storms. Make sure you're connected to the right people. God bless. Amen.